makes a distinction. Are we in phase 1 or phase 2 or phase 3? Okay. Call setup is the stage where stage and phase, they are synonyms. Okay, you can use them interchangeably. Call setup is the stage where a circuit is established and activated. Okay, so this diagram should help you. You have the subscriber subset with you. Okay, this is the mouthpiece, this is the earpiece, you have a handset. Okay, so your handset in itself, the telephone instrument, will not have any battery as such. Okay, so earlier, now in mobile we have a battery, but when telephone instrument was used earlier, there was no battery as such. How it will be activated? Only because of a battery which is there in the nearest exchange. Okay, in your locality there will be some BSNL exchange or any telephone exchange. There you will have a battery, and when you make this off hook, there will be a closed circuit or a closed path, and then only the current will flow. Okay, so um, when a circuit in a very broad perspective, circuit means a closed path. Okay, circuit is a mesh is nothing but a closed path where a circuit is established and activated. Moment a closed path happens, no, the current will flow and the entire circuit will be activated. In the absence of current, everything is dead. Okay, so the setup is facilitated by signaling. The call setup or call conversation entire procedure, it is constantly helped by signaling. Without the signaling, you will not get to know anything. For example, even when I am explaining this particular thing, okay, I keep asking certain students, okay, whether you are able to hear or not. Okay, if that support, if I don't get, I'll not be knowing whether communication is happening or not. Okay, so it is initiated by the calling subscriber going off hook. The person who wants to initiate the call, okay, he will take the handset from the cradle. Okay, so from this cradle, he will pick it up. That process is called as off hook. It means the action of taking the telephone instrument out of its cradle. This is cradle. ತೊಟ್ಲು ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಮನ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುತ್ತೆ ಇದು headset. So that will be taken off. Okay. Once it is taken off, this is called as off hook. Okay. Once the initiator or the calling subscriber makes it off hook, two little knobs in the cradle pop up. Okay, there will be small knobs. Okay, some polymer or plastic kind of knobs, they will actually pop up, they will go up. Okay, and pushed by the spring action, they suddenly pop up because of some springing action which is supported, and causing an electrical closure. Here actually, when they pop up, this portion will come up, and from here there will be an electrical connectivity. Okay, so you can slightly visualize, like when the plastic thing comes up, inside actually there will be a connectivity through the wire. Okay, so a battery in the exchange. Okay, moment the electrical closure happens, when the electrical closure happens, from the battery you will start getting the current. Okay, even if the subscriber is physically connected, when it is on hook, okay, there won't be any electrical conductivity, there won't be any closed path, current won't flow. Okay, so a battery in the exchange, the telephone exchange is nothing but node. Node is nothing but telephone exchange. Okay, some terms are exactly same. Okay, you have to often register in your memory that okay, node is nothing but the exchange. A battery in the exchange is used as a current source. Of course, DC battery, if you have a lower, I mean, a resistor or any instrument for that matter, if there is a closed path, current will flow. So battery will work as a current source. Subscriber subset is connected to a battery in the local serving switch through the subscriber loop. Okay, so the subscriber subset will be connected to the battery in the switch or telephone exchange through a loop, and this loop is popularly called as subscriber loop. This person is called as subscriber. A loop in which subscriber is situated is called as subscriber loop. Here there will be a current flow. Okay. Yeah. So call initiation has not ended. Okay. There are further steps. I wanted to stress this. Okay. Because many of you could feel that, oh, first unit, even we have written the test also. Why is the necessity of a revision for this? Maybe some of the minute details which we had consciously or unconsciously left out. This is the time when those fine details also we can understand, appreciate. Okay. So the calling subscriber, the user, now knows that he or she may start dialing the digits or pushing the buttons on the subscriber instrument. Okay, right. So the calling subscriber, now he knows that, yeah, there is a current flow. Actually, there has to be a ringing as well. Okay, I think I have missed it. He should get a ringing signaling. Okay, then only he will be sure that he can start dialing the digits or pushing the buttons. Okay, if the called subscriber, the other person, and the calling subscriber himself are in the same local area, less number of digits are to be dialed. Okay, it's something like inside a single district. Okay, I remember, like there was concept of STD, ISD, and local calls. If you are going for within a district, then there is no necessity of typing the or dialing the STD exchange numbers, STD number. Okay, only the um, number of the telephone, something like 080 or 08182, 08183, that need not be dialed if you are going for a local conversation within a locality, within a city, or within a town, if you are trying to converse. Okay. This type of signaling is called as address signaling. Okay. Here I think I have left, actually, once the current flows, there has to be a ringing. The first variety of signaling is actually ringing. Okay. After ringing, the second variety of signaling is address signaling. Okay. To whom? That is called as address. Okay. To whom you try to call, that signaling is called as addressing signaling or address signaling. Yeah. If the called and calling subscriber reside the in the serving area of the local switch, no further action need to be taken. Okay. A connection is made to the called subscriber line, and the switch sends a special ringing signal down that loop to the called subscriber. Okay. I think I have not skipped anything. So for dialing, you need a dial tone. Okay, that is the first signaling, dial tone. Then after you dial, I think I am not confusing you. First is, again, let me reiterate, the handset is made off hook. Moment it is made off hook, there will be a circuit happening, and in the circuit there will be a current flow, and from the exchange there has to be a dial tone. Okay. After the dial tone, the calling subscriber has to push the buttons. Okay. Once he pushes the buttons, then if it is inside the local serving area, there is no need of any other procedure. Only procedure what will happen is the called subscriber will get a ringing signal. Okay. So dialing the number is called as address signaling. Dialing the number is called as address signaling. All these technical terms clearly you should remember. Okay. And then the other signal what the called subscriber will get is called as ringing. Okay. And the ringing has to be audible. Okay. And ringing also is called with another technical term called as alerting. Ringing is also called as alerting. Alerting is one more signaling. So I think we have learned three types of signaling. One is dial tone, second one is address signaling, third one is alerting. Okay. This ends the first phase, which is called as call setup. Okay. We have called it as call setup. Okay. If you are going through this PPT, just have a feeling that where the green color is over, that is actually the end of call setup. Okay. But when you are writing in the examination, okay, what do? You can call the entire thing as phase one, and in phase one, maybe in point wise or even in small paragraphs with highlighting this ringing, alerting. Okay, make your answer look in a very disciplined way. Okay, so that examiner or evaluator feels like, okay, going through your answer. So, and the second stage is simple. Now everything is done. Okay, calling subscriber is ready, called subscriber is ready, and both have made it as off hook. Once the called subscriber also goes off hook, there is an activated connectivity. Now the entire path is actually energized, and the call enters the information passing phase or phase two of the telephone call. Second phase is what? Call setup is done. Now actual information. If you have to speak something, you can speak something. If you are interested in sending a message, you can send the message. Whatsoever. The information transfer from one place to another, be it half duplex or full duplex or simplex, whichever the way, all that happens in the second phase. Okay. I guess you people are there with me with focus. And the second phase in the call conversation is nothing but the information exchange. Okay, it's a very simple phase. Okay, you hardly have to write one or two sentences. Yeah. So coming to the third phase, once the call conversation, everything is over, the entire call is completed. It's not that we have to leave the public telephone switch network as such. Okay, it's an infrastructure which has to be used by someone else. Okay, not simply you leave it at that. Okay, there has to be small procedures happening even after the call, the information exchange is over. When the call is completed, the telephone of each end are returned to their cradle. Okay. Obviously, once the conversation is over, we tend to keep the telephone subset on the cradle itself. And now what will happen? It will become on hook. And moment on hook, it gets pressed, and the connectivity, what was metallic, okay, metallic connectivity, what was happening earlier, okay, it will be broken. Okay, and the circuit, the closed loop, what was happening from the telephone instrument to the nearest exchange, that loop will be broken. Okay, so then the subscriber loop also will be open and it's broken. Okay, and in the phase 3 of the telephone, yeah, so this is where the final phase starts. Okay, what is the final phase all about? It terminates the call, and the connecting circuit in the switch is taken down and is freed up for another user. So your conversation is over. So all the circuits are removed. It's not a physical removal. The connectivity, it will logically go off. Okay, and usage of the switch, you are actually, I mean, it was occupied all this time. You are just okay, getting yourself detached from the switch. Now the switch is open for other call users. Okay, so this is the phase 3, wherein the termination of the present call will happen, and disconnection of the all the switches will happen, and then whatever the switches are there, they are freed up for another set of user. Okay, both the subscriber loops are now again idle. Okay, so these are the stages. Okay, first stage, call setup. Okay, so both the subscribers, they will become off hook, and each one of them will have a subscriber loop with the respective exchanges, and there'll be a logical connectivity happening. And in the due course, you will have dial tone, you will have ringing or alerting, all this happening. And the second phase is simple phase, wherein actual information exchange happens. The third phase is termination of the call. Okay, so conversation is actually over, but at the same time, we should not just stop at that. We have to relieve the resources. Okay, we have to make them kind of detached, and so that the other parties can make use of the same resources. Okay, and Yeah, these things you have written earlier also, but we also need to focus some of the points which earlier we had not given much importance. Okay, suppose a subscriber wishes to call another telephone subscriber outside the local serving area of his or her switch. Okay, what should happen? Okay, so within a locality, there is no need of typing the exchange number also. Within Bangalore to Bangalore, there is no need of typing the STD code as such. If you are trying to call from Bangalore to, let us say, district of Hassan or Shimoga or Belgaum, wherever, the STD code has to be typed. Okay, so the call setup will be similar as before, except that the calling subscriber serving switch, the call will be connected to the outgoing trunk. Okay, let me elaborate. Something like we will consider two serving areas in Bangalore. Maybe one is Nagarbavi, another is Vijayanagar. Okay, Nagarbavi there is a BSNL telephone exchange. Vijayanagar also there is a telephone exchange. A person from Nagarbavi wants to talk to another person in Nagarbavi itself. Okay, so that time the call conversation happens without any exchange number getting typed. Okay, but if otherwise, okay, you are in Nagarbavi, you want to talk to somebody is in Vijayanagar. Okay, what should happen? From here, your place, there is a line to the exchange. You are residing in Nagarbavi, let us say. From your place to the exchange of Nagarbavi, there is one line. Okay, and that has to be connected to another exchange which is in Vijayanagar. And Nagarbavi and Vijayanagar, the connectivity happens not through a line. Okay, if there are 1,000 subscribers, you can't afford to have 1,000 lines from Nagarbavi to Vijayanagar. What is done? A lesser number of lines. Okay, and that is something like a concentration of lines, and that can be thought of as like a trunk. Okay, so from the exchange to another exchange, the signal passes through a trunk. Okay, so this is a scenario where one person is in one serving area, local serving area, the other called subscriber is in another serving area. The information cannot just pass through the line. It should rather go to the nearest exchange, from exchange to that exchange through a trunk, and from that exchange to the intended subscriber through a line. Okay, line, trunk, and then another line. Okay, end user one to switch, from this switch to another switch, and from the second switch to the another end user. This is how the flow has to happen. Okay, so make yourself very convenient in understanding this. So this is a scenario where both the users are not within the single locality, they are in different locality. So extra thing is you have to pass through two switches, and from switch to switch, the medium what we have you have, it is called as trunk. The call setup will be similar as before, except that all the calling subscriber serving switch, the call will be connected to an outgoing trunk. Okay, it will not be limited to line. So from exchange to exchange means inevitably it has to pass through a trunk also. Trunks are the transmission pathways that interconnect the switches. Okay, node, switches, and exchanges. All three are synonyms. Nodes, switches, and exchanges. Elladu ondene. Okay. Subscriber loops connect end users to a local serving switch, whereas subscriber loops, the lines, they connect an end user to the local serving switch. Nearest exchange, there will be a connection. That is called a subscriber loop. But between the switches, the connectivity is called as trunk. Trunks interconnect exchanges are also called as switches. Two exchanges or two switches are connected through trunk. Okay, I think this diagram should help you. Okay, this is a public switched telephone network which can be throughout a country, very big country as such. But this is one place, and which is an exchange for all this locality. This is another exchange which is for all this locality. Within the locality, if they want to talk, there is no need of exchange. Remember, lines are enough. Lines are enough. But if person here wants to talk to person here, definitely from here to here there is no medium directly. Okay, it has to go through the exchanges, and between two exchanges what we have are called as trunks. Okay, there can be 1,000 lines here, there can be 1,000 lines here, but those many are not required from one exchange to another exchange. And textbook also gives in a very simple way. There can be many subscribers in a locality. All are served by one local serving switch. Switch or node, also called as exchange. Switch, node, exchange. All are one and the same. I'm repeatedly telling you so that many chapters in this book becomes easy for you. Otherwise, you will be under the confusion. What is switch? What is exchange? What is node? Okay, the interesting part is all three are one and the same. All the telephone instruments are connected to switch A. This is another place. Okay, all the telephone instruments are connected to switch B. And if within this happens, the communication, if it has to happen, there is no need of going for a trunk. But from city 1 to city 2, if somebody wants to talk, then definitely there has to be trunks. Okay, from here to here, then definitely you don't have any connectivity, you have to go through a trunk. And here 1 2 3 4 5 6, there are 6 lines. Okay, but those all the 6 people may not be talking all the time, so the design when they do it, they can make use of only 3 trunks. Okay, 3 could suffice, because at a time there are less chances that 4 people among this if at all, if fourth person wants to talk, then the all trunk busy is the signaling what he gets. Okay. ATB, we call it as. Yeah. So before we end the class of today, so we have learned about end user connectivity and nodes. We have also have seen call conversation. Call conversation within the local exchange and outside the local exchange. When outside the local exchange has to happen, we have to use what are called as trunks. And the strict definition as per IEEE for trunk is, the IEEE defines trunk as a transmission path between the exchanges, are also called as one more name, central offices. The medium might be the medium what is used for trunk or line. It has to be some physical thing. No? So that can be either wire pair cable or fiber optic cable, or even without using any physical this kind of medium like wire, we can also use free space, wherein it can be microwave radio, or you can have a remote access exchange instead of a terrestrial exchange near your place. You can have an exchange in the satellite. Okay, so then it will be same old thing, will be called as satellite communication. So I want to conclude. The term trunk is also very fascinating and interesting. Okay, so end users and you have an exchange. Okay, and they all come together. Okay, through twigs, something like a twig. Okay, when they get associated, and from here to another office, they all club. Okay, all these twigs, the smaller branches, they will get connected, and that makes a trunk. Okay, so one exchange to another central office or exchange, the connection is through the trunk. Okay, within the local area, the connection need not be through the trunk. For example, from here to here, we are not passing through any trunk. But this is one area, this entire thing. You have one more area, then you have to pass through the trunk. Okay. So I thought there is what we have telephone numbering, network topology, and telecommunication standard, one way, two way, simplex, half duplex, uh, and full duplex. All this, I thought instead of taking all of them on a single session, I mean, session wise, we will learn it. Okay. I think that's it for today. We will wind up. Before winding up, if you have any queries, you can raise your hand and you can tell me. Okay. Yeah. To my knowledge, what could be the advantage of attending this particular classes? Yeah, first unit, it would have gone slightly out of your memory. Okay. So retention in memory is also very important in such occasions. You never know when you are writing the exam. So, I mean, you have to constantly keep memorizing and revisiting. I think that's the only way. Otherwise, all your effort and in between, if you give a gap, you will lose all that from your memory, and again, your performance comes to the square one. Okay, that should not happen. So you should keep revisiting till okay you get an opportunity to write the examination. Okay. Right. Anybody, any doubt? Should I ask people? Akanksha?
No, sir.
Mm, no doubt as such. Okay. Sonika is here. Sonika? Vinay? Hello. Okay, Yashas, I think you can take a snapshot.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. And regarding assignment, fine. Assignment 2, all of you have submitted. And assignment 3 by tomorrow evening. Okay. So assignment 3, all of you submitted by tomorrow evening. The hyperlink has been sent to you. So just fill that Google form and easily you can upload it. Okay. And gradually I will ask you to submit assignment 4 and 5. Okay. Don't rush up. As of now, till tomorrow evening, submit only assignment 3.
Done, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Shas. I think we shall meet up on Wednesday. Yeah? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you all. Thank you all.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Not Wednesday, possibly on Monday. Yeah, today is Friday, right? So possibly on Monday we shall try to take upon telephone numbering and network topology. Okay, we shall see how to go about.